Hi, good morning, Mr. Henrigo.
Hi, nice to be here. Thanks, Gau.
So it's great to be back having the international bird race in Fraser. So it's possible. Can you give us a little bit of a background on the history of this bird race?
Sure. Well, the Fraser's Hill International Bird Race goes back a long way. In fact, 35 years. And how it actually started was a meeting between the MNS Selangor bird group with Tourism Pahang at that time, one of the managers. And the idea of promoting bird tourism in Fraser's Hill was discussed. And with that, started the Fraser's Hill International Bird Race for every year. Every year it happened, and non-stop. So MNS Selangor has always been in the forefront of this project. And with the initial number of 5 teams in 1988, it grew and grew and grew over the years, only to be stopped recently 2 years ago with the pandemic, as we all know, the COVID-19 pandemic. And but we are happy that we are now back, and not only just back, but we are back to be even bigger, as compared to say 2 years ago. So this year we actually had teams from India, we have teams from Vietnam and from Singapore, from our own country is Malaysia, which had a record of 6 teams coming first time. And at the same time, also from I mentioned Vietnam, but a few other countries. So all in all, we have 60 participants, within the team, and also locals will also be coming. We have students, we have novices category. So it will be a big event. In fact, we just had a welcome dinner last night, and it was packed. I mean, the hall was packed. With over 100 people. I think we also have to give credit to Tourism Pahang for agreeing to fund this important bird event.
Okay, so as you have mentioned, Mr. Henry, about the additional countries getting involved in this bird race, right? What other unique what other unique events have been planned for this year? And at the same time, was it much more difficult to entice the participants to join in, or was it like they were looking forward to it?
I think yes and no, because yes, from the standpoint of being enclosed, if you like, to use a term, for 2 years. So everybody is looking to breaking out from where they are restricted from birding. So that is the plus point in which we were able to get participants, especially from the international. But then at the same time, we wanted certain countries to actually come in. They were very keen, but because of the internal restrictions, they were not able to come. So we missed out a few countries this year. But next year, I think next year we'll be able to take them in to join this event. But it has grown. I'll give you an example. The participants compared to 2 years ago have increased by 72%. Number of teams have increased by 80%. So that is the kind of momentum that we are building. And with the recent discussion in our meetings with Tourism Pahang, we are also evaluating other locations within the state of Pahang in which to build more events, to develop more events skewed towards aviatourism. Because we know for a fact that from the statistics overseas, aviatourism has actually contributed tremendously in terms of tourism dollar. And birders worldwide are known to be one of the big spenders. Just look at the equipment that they have. They need to participate in their hobby. So given that the ancillary services, the airlines, the food outlets, the hotels, the community, the guides, for example, have benefited from this, increase in the interest for bird watching worldwide.
Okay. So lastly, I would like to. I think most of the audience within the MNS would really want to see how the bird race can be sort of a driving force towards conservation here in Fraser Hill.
Yes, for that reason, I think we are different from the other bird races in the sense that we inculcate, we educate the students, for example, on conservation. So we have, for example, in this 33rd Fraser Hill International Bird Race, we have two very prominent professors coming to give talks. Professor Amran will talk about, ecotourism per se, with a skew towards aviatourism. And number two, we have Professor Emeritus Abdul Latif here to talk about the importance of biodiversity in this hill station. So very conscious about the importance of keeping a pristine forest, because at the end of the day, the number of birds that we can see will involve how pristine the forests are kept. So we are very conscious about that as a conservation society, and also at the same time, the inclusion of BirdLife International also has given additional impotence to the event, because BirdLife, as you know, is a worldwide conservation and protection of the birds from extinction globally. Yeah, they are present in 140 countries, one partner in each country, and in Malaysia, MNS is a partner of BirdLife International.
All right, great. Thanks a lot for the insight, Mr. Henry, and hope to be here back again next year, and we'll see how we can make things better here. Right.
It's a pleasure, Gau, to be speaking to you, and certainly we will not let this just ride. We are going to build it to high levels.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good.